What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream, and we are back. We said we're going to do more neutral watch-alongs. We got to get consistent with it, people. So we're here today, and Manchester derby, people, City or United, United or City, and we'll get into that. We'll talk about the teams, what it means for both games, what they're trying to do. Manchester City trying to get Champions League qualification. Man United, not really that much to play for in terms of the league, but we know they're obviously got an opportunity of winning the Europa League, possibly. And we'll do a watch-along for that in the week, actually. So we're going to get busy, people. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday, wherever you are. And, yeah, we'll talk about Arsenal in more detail tomorrow. But Liverpool beaten today 3-2 by Fulham. And I don't know about anybody else, particularly Arsenal fans, but that defeat just annoys me. Just annoys me, people. Like, honestly, part of me thinks I would have rather they just won the game. I want Liverpool to just get this title over and done with. Win it as quick as possible. Lift the trophy as quick as possible. Get it over with. I'm sick of it. I'm bored of it. Like, just, is it like when they say when they cut your ear off with a spoon or something, or a blunt knife? Takes longer, but it's more painful because it lasts longer. This is what Liverpool are doing to us right now. Number one, get it over with. Number two, the Premier League need to look in the mirror. And I'm looking in the camera right now. You need to look at yourself, Premier League. Because how are you letting this Liverpool team stroll away with the title? They're walking off into the distance, into the sunset, like an old black and white romantic movie, people. Like, Arsenal should be pushing this Liverpool team to the last couple of weeks of the season, making them hang on, taking them to Anfield against Arsenal to see if we can nick it off them. Instead, they're strolling off. They're even tripping over on the way. And we still can't catch them because guess what? We've already tripped over and we're injured. It's pathetic. I didn't even watch all of that Liverpool game. I thought, why am I going to watch it? They're going to win. I turned it on. They were losing. Disgraceful. Honestly, I can honestly say, and I don't know if people think I'm exaggerating when I say this, I think this is one of the least enjoyable seasons that I have ever watched as an Arsenal fan. And I've seen this football club finish 8th. Twice in a row, you know. Back-to-back 8th place finishers. And I'm telling you now, this is one of the most boring, tedious, dragged out Premier League seasons that I have ever watched as an Arsenal fan. It is, I cannot wait for it to finish, the Premier League season. Champions League Tuesday, I'm looking forward to that. But the season has been dreadful. And I honestly, I say this all the time. I don't want to take anything away from Liverpool. It's their second Premier League they've won. They deserve it. Even though they lost today, that's only 2 defeats this season. They're a worthy winner. But you look at Arsenal, boring, playing with no striker, multiple injuries, stumbling into second. Man United is possibly the worst Man United we've ever seen. Manchester City, you've never really seen Pep fall off like this in a Premier League season. Tottenham are just Tottenham, bottom half of the table, doing nothing. And Chelsea don't really have a striker. Their goalkeeper's bang average. I honestly think it's one of the worst Premier League seasons we've ever seen. Genuinely ever watched. But Liverpool deserved their flowers. Won the league. If Arsenal had won the league and people were saying it's the most boring season ever, I would not give a damn. I'd be on the high road celebrating the victory. Who cares if it's boring? Lift the silverware. Not only are we bored watching Arsenal this season, we ain't even got silverware to go to cover it up. Okay, I was bored, but listen, we won the title. I'm bored and I'm not seeing success either. What are we doing here? I said this yesterday in my post-game. If you're a top club and you're playing boring football, there has to be success. Because if you're not winning, surely you've got to be entertained. We seen Wenger's team finish 4th and 3rd. We were frustrated there was no trophies, but you knew you was going to be entertained getting there. You know Santi Cazorla and Jack Wilshere and Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil. You knew these guys were going to at least entertain you people. Robbie Williams settings. Let me entertain you. What? Watching Arsenal this season, honestly, you're guaranteed to be tired by the end of that game. Honestly, my eyelids have been like bricks this season. Every game I watch, I'm like, yo, just make it through the night without falling asleep. Crazy. We have Real Madrid on Tuesday. Real Madrid, by the way, beaten yesterday at home. 94th minute winner by Valencia. Arsenal fans celebrating online. Not me, my friend. Not me. Yeah, good to see them lose, of course. But remember, this is a different animal in the Champions League. They're a different team in the Champions League. However, they say preparation's the key to elevation. If you're prepared, you're ready for success. We play Real Madrid on Tuesday with a centre midfielder up front. Imagine Real Madrid playing Luka Modric up front. Just imagine that. But we need to enjoy that game on Tuesday. Just as a spectacle. Just as a general spectacle. Mbappe and Vinicius at the carpet. But Arsenal, man, honestly, this season has been dreadful for me. And some people who look at it and say, you're spoiled, you're in a Champions League quarter-final, you're second in the league. Leaving empty-handed, people. Leaving empty-handed. You go to the nightclub all night in your new outfit and your new shoes and your new jeans and you get a cab there and you buy bottles, sparklers, and the girls bringing them over like that and you leave with nothing. It's not a good night. Oh, yeah, but they played good music. Yeah, good. Get any numbers, anything? No. Left in an Uber by myself. It's not a good night, people. Trust me. We've all been there. We've all been there. This club, genuinely, they spend a lot on the outfit, but the swagger ain't there. It don't match. They're wearing jeans that don't match the shirt. The shoes don't match the jeans. It's expensive, but it ain't no good. Kai Havertz, there you go. Anyway, let's move on. You've seen it, man. You've been there in the club when the girls start bringing the bottles over with the sparklers. It's all mad, people. It's all mad. Anyway, Lei. I was at the Madrid game yesterday. It was scenes they can get got at. Do we have the weapons to get at them, Lei? Lei was on a spy mission yesterday. Big Arsenal fan. And he went to the Real Madrid game. I like the way you've come away with enthusiasm, but luckily for you, you didn't watch the Arsenal game. But listen, I'm looking forward to the game Tuesday. Hope Cruz ain't tuned in. This is real game. It's real. It's real. Well, you've seen it. Maybe you've experienced it, but he's upstairs. He's playing on Fortnite. I'm good. Even if he listened, maybe he should listen. Real life lessons. If you're going to buy bottles, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Anyway. Oh, come on. Bro, come on. Let me not say too much. You know, I'm not going to big myself up, but we're not them guys. We're not them guys. Anyway, TK Maxx instead of Selfridges. Listen, one thing I realised, you can wear plain clothes and have good swagger, people. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend a fortune on clothes. You know? Plain t-shirt, plain black t-shirt, plain white t-shirt. You're good. Good pair of jeans, good footwear. Good footwear is the key to a good outfit, in my opinion. You can have the best outfit. You're wearing some dirty footwear, you're finished. Clean footwear, good footwear. Good pair of jeans. You can rock a plain t-shirt with the watch. You're doing all sorts. Anyway, we'll save that for another stream, people. We'll save that for another stream. Anyway, let's get into it. Board ain't serious. We didn't buy a striker in January. I'm at a point with Arsenal where I don't even get angry anymore. I know what we are. So it doesn't bother me. It does bother me, but I've accepted it. Arsenal are not a serious football club. Unfortunately, they're not. If you're in a title race in January and both your strikers are injured, you buy a striker. Arsenal decided not to. From there, leave it alone. Oh, bro, you've seen them guys, man. Dirty Converse in the club. Battered Air Force Ones. You don't do that. You don't go out like that. Big up Curtis Ramsdale has been relegated this afternoon. He is, I read today he could be on his way to Bournemouth. I think he's got a clause in his contract that allows him to leave. I better get into this game, by the way. They're walking on the pitch. Big up Shane Gooner. He said, big up Curtis. You were the first to give my channel a shout out. Been at it a month now and loving it. Been on plenty of streams, knocking out content, slowly getting subs. Cheers, mate. Big up Shane Gooner. Big part of the community. He started a channel. Go and give him a follow and give him some support. We're all one community here, people, you know. So big up Shane Gooner. Good luck with your channel, bro. Keep putting out that content. If we get Isak in the summer, is all forgiven. It's not enough, as Kendrick once said. Not for me, bro. I don't think we're getting him anyway. So, would I forgive them? No. Because I take a league title and no Isak. Yeah, Shane, put the link in the chat, by the way. Or is it just Shane Gooner? Is that the name of the channel? Put it in the chat. I always say, anyone got a channel, anything like that they want to promote, throw it in the comments, man. You know what time it is here, people. Big up Matt. Go and follow Matt. He's got a channel, by the way. Speaks a lot of sense. Knows his stuff. Matt Southern Gooner. What's the score prediction today? Let me actually concentrate on this game. I'm talking about Arsenal. It's Manchester Derby. What do I think is going to happen here? It's so difficult to predict Man United because they're terrible, but every now and then they turn up. And City, I can't work City out either. 1 minute they look washed up and the next minute they've got no Haaland, but De Bruyne's playing. He's just announced he's leaving. Surely he's motivated, but then City lost to Man United at home. I actually can't call this. Man United have got a big game in the week against Lyon. Will they have one eye on that? I'll go Man City. I'll go 2-1 City. I go 2-1 City. I think City need to get top 4, by the way. You know, I don't think Man City should be finishing in the Europa League. So surely they're going to have a little bit more motivation than United. United's big game is on Thursday against Lyon. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if Man United beat them, because they seem to turn up in this game. But I'm going to go City 2-1. Let's go through the teams quick. It does go out the window. Get your score predictions in. Anana in goal. Yoro, Maguire, Mazraoui as the back three for United. Their two wing-backs, Dalot and Dorgu. Casemiro, Ugarte in midfield. Front three, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Højlund. So they need a major clear-out. I don't rate Højlund. I don't rate Garnacho. Casemiro's washed. Maguire's not good enough. I'm not sure about the goalkeeper either. I think he's overrated. On the bench, Bayindir, Lindelof, Mount, Xerxes, Eriksson, Shaw, Amas, Chido, Obi, and Kokonki, young player. Man City team, people. Ederson, Nunes at right back. Amazing how Nunes was a £60 million left winger. Pep's got him at right back. It's crazy. O'Reilly, Vardiol and Ruben Diaz. Midfield, Kovacic, Gundogan, Bernardo, Foden and Kevin De Bruyne. It's Kevin De Bruyne's last Manchester derby before he leaves, set to go to Saudi in the summer. And then Mamouche up front. I actually think Mamouche will cause Man United a lot of problems. Got fantastic movement. I really like him as a player, by the way. The City bench, Ortega, Reece, Savinho, Doku, Gonzalez, Rico Lewis, McAtee, Kuzanov and Jack Grealish. I'm going to go for a City win, 2-1. I just think that United, their attack's not great. I mean, yeah, I think City will have too much for them. But big up to everyone locked in. Nearly 1,000 of you tuned in already. Really appreciate it. We're about to get underway. I'm going to try and get more consistent with the neutral content, people. So we'll be doing Arsenal Watchalong on Tuesday. Then we'll be doing a Champions League one on Wednesday. I might do Villa against PSG. And then Thursday we'll do Man United against Lyon. Anthony Edwards, bro. I told people, like, NBA is carrying me through this season. Anthony Edwards just dunking on people's head, bro. It's madness. Playoff starts in like 2 weeks. I can't wait. Oh, United are in. United are in. He should have passed Garnacho. They're appealing for a penalty. Oh, he's given a free kick right on the edge of the box. 30 seconds in. Garnacho should have passed that. It would have been a clear chance. Free kick to United, a yard outside the penalty area. That is a foul, definitely. Ruben Diaz. Lakers v OKC tonight, yeah. LeBron, Doncic, Shea, I'll be watching. We will be there, guys. We will be there. For the playoff, surely I've got to get started with basketball watch-alongs. Would you take Kevin De Bruyne? Nah. On name and reputation, yeah, but nah. Not for me, man. He's leaving City for a reason, let's be honest. He's probably still better than what we've got. Make no mistake about it. He's too ingrained in Man City and nah. We need somebody younger, more progressive. Golden State Rocket. Golden State look good, man. Jimmy, with Curry and Draymond, they look good, man. They look good. Luka Doncic looking fat. He's always got that kind of build, hasn't he? That sort of Wayne Rooney build. But he's a baller. Free kick to United, a yard outside the penalty area. Bruno Fernandes. He's in a lot of FPL teams, people. And he scored a free kick against Arsenal. I'm sure Ederson won't just show him half of the... Look where Ederson's standing there. Look, he's nearly in the middle. When that was rare, he was standing like 2 yards away from the post. Bruno Fernandes blocked. Terrible free kick. Blocked by the City wall. Goes out for a corner. Is Ramsdale overrated? It's difficult with Ramsdale because when he hasn't been at Arsenal, he's played for a lot of rubbish teams. I mean, he's got relegated today. I don't know. Maybe our defence made Ramsdale look better than he was. You got Saliba and Gabriel in front of you. You're going to look pretty decent as a goalkeeper, you know? Corner taken quickly for United. Garnacho finds Bruno, headed away. Keros, see how the game goes, bro. If we get some belting goals, great clips, feel free, bro. If it's a quiet game, don't worry about it, bro. Appreciate that though anyway. Make sure you follow me. I'm on the TikTok. I'm gonna get way more consistent on there, Curtis Shaw TV, for all the clips, and I might reload the clips channel as well. But I'll let you know about that. We gotta get the short content stronger. Big up Lawrence Curtis. I'm happy this is a quiet stream. I wanted to say this for a while. We should do the unthinkable and try and get Fernandes to replace Odegaard. I don't think United would sell him to us, man. He's 30 now as well. But Odegaard, I mean, yesterday, that one where it got pulled back to him and he hit it against his own foot. I don't know. If Odegaard doesn't turn up on Tuesday, honestly, I'm losing all patience with this guy. You got booted out of Real Madrid. If you don't have motivation for that game at the Emirates, what is the point? Who are we supporting today? That's a good point. Assuming you're a non-Man City or Man United fan, what do we want to happen here? Do we want Manchester City to miss out on the Champions League? That might be better. If Man United lose, I'm not sure. I don't know. Man United are so poor. I don't think they can get any worse. Or do we want United to lose and then United get knocked out the Europa League? I'll be honest. I'm going to be totally honest. If you'd have asked me 2 years ago, I'd have said I've got no problem with Manchester City. Big fan of Pep. Love the way they played. Always liked them. Since we've been in these title races, I have a real problem with Manchester City. I do not like them. I don't like them at all. I don't like anything about Man City. Can't stand them. And I tell you why. It's because I look at Man City like when you've bought some expensive like shoes, you've bought like Gucci loafers and somebody's wearing a fake version of them. That's what I feel like Man City are. It's not authentic. It's not authentic. I said this the other day. If Kevin De Bruyne had had his career at Arsenal, at Liverpool, at Man United, he's getting close to a Ballon d'Or. He never got near it at Man City. I can't stand Man City. Yeah, ditch them in the Thursday night cup, man. Get City in the Europa League. I don't mind Man City getting beaten. Get Forest in the Champions League. Get City in the Europa League. The thing is, top five. Fifth might get you Champions League this year, so they are fifth at the moment. I kind of listen. I want a draw or Man City to lose. I Listen, a United defeat's good banter, though, at the same time. It's a win-win situation. If United lose, everyone's got a lot of friends who support United. We just laugh at them. Me, myself, and I said I'm a Liverpool fan and I'm in pain. You're in pain. You should try being an Arsenal fan. What are you in pain for? Because you lost to Fulham. Bro. Try 3 title races in a row and not winning anything to go along with it. That's what you call pain. I'd love that kind of pain you're experiencing. 1 defeat to Fulham. You'll be lifting a title in 4 weeks. I'll be booking my holiday. Do you know what I mean? I should be going to a title parade. But once again, we've been found wanting. So, yeah. Big up Music in the Hood, best channel. I agree. I agree. Big up to you. Nah, big up. Appreciate it, man. Big up my bro Nath, man. He said, we didn't lose, see, we got cooked. It happens, man. You're going to win the league, bro. 2 defeats all season. If you'd have asked any Liverpool fan at the start of this season, what do you think you're going to achieve this season? You've spent 12 million on Chiesa, who's injury prone, and you've lost arguably the best manager you've had of this generation and brought in a guy from Holland who we don't know too much about. I think majority of Liverpool fans would have said top 4 and a trophy would be a good season. I honestly think if Liverpool would have finished 3rd and won an FA Cup, they would have took that at the start of the season, considering Klopp's gone and you hardly bought anyone. You're going to win your 2nd league title. It's been an incredible season for Liverpool. I wouldn't worry too much about, all right, you got cooked by Fulham. So what? So what? You're still going to win the league. It's actually more annoying because we might end up having to do a guard of honour at Anfield, which is just ridiculous. There's Foden for City. Offside. Free kick to Man United. Big up Ian. He said, my dad is a huge fan. Big up, big up, big up. Appreciate it. City will make the Champions League. Too many brown envelopes. I mean, listen, with the quality they've got, I'd be surprised if they didn't get in the top 5. Was Curtis Jones at right back? I know they did that against Everton and got away with it. Fulham a little bit better. The problem you got with Liverpool now, because they've basically won the league, they're probably going through the motions. Them man already booking their holiday and, yo, I'm going Vegas, I'm going Dubai, I'm going Maldives, I'm going to celebrate. End of season celebrations. I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool lose a few games just because they know it's already in the bag. It's more annoying as an Arsenal fan. Sign KDB as a backup to Odegaard. Bro, he's going Saudi for big, big, big money. Didn't they say 800 grand or something crazy like that? Big money. Bob said, hope City win and Chelsea lose out on the Champions League. Chelsea drew 0-0 today. Onana clips it out wide, looking for Dallo. Over hits it, goes out for a throw into City. City and United. I'm concerned about the summer transfer season. I mean, Arsenal should easily get it right in the summer. It's not difficult. What Arsenal need in the summer is easily attainable. If they don't get it right, then something's seriously wrong. They need a striker. Yokere's got a release clause. Osimhen's got a release clause. You get one of those two. They need an attacking midfielder, in my opinion. I would... Oh, shot near post, just wide. Foden. You go and get Eze or somebody like that. You get Eze or Cunha as your attacking midfielder. You buy a left winger, whether that's Lookman or whether that's Nico Williams, somebody like that. Get a centre mid. Maybe get another versatile defender. It shouldn't be difficult. Cello, Big C, why aren't you in the Baller League? Do you know what, right? I didn't realise that that was an open league that people could go in. I thought that was... I didn't realise people could, like, literally get in that league. I would have gone in it if I'd have known. Here come United. Dorgu. He's being doubled up on. Finds Garnacho. Garnacho's forced back. H-Town, Curtis, what's your favourite Arsenal player? My current favourite Arsenal player is probably Gabriel. which is unbelievable because never do I ever say a defender is my favourite player, but I've just loved him so much this season, the way he's played. It's kind of Saka as well. And then if you're talking of all time, it's Thierry Henry, of course. Mighty Mag, that Isak talk is a joke. He doesn't want to leave, and who's going to pay 150? Bro, with PSR, there's not a chance. I think the only way you could get Isak, if Newcastle don't make the Champions League, and if somebody offers ridiculous money for him, man, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that's Foden down injured for City. There's a break in play here. Curtis, what's your thoughts on Pep versus Ferguson? I think Pep's a better coach. Ferguson's a better manager. Overall, I would put Ferguson ahead of Pep. Even though I think Pep's revolutionised football in the world, I just think Ferguson, to constantly rebuild that United team, to do it for that long, I still put him ahead of Pep. And plus, I think Ferguson's teams played more exciting football. Sometimes Pep's teams are a little bit dull. They overplay a little bit sometimes. I think Gabriel should be captain, definitely. I'd make him skipper next year. I would definitely make him. Do you know Leon Knight is? Of course. I know Leon Knight, mate. If you've ever followed him on social media, well, I think he's a bit more well-behaved now, but he used to go crazy, some of the stuff he was saying online. But yeah, he was a talented footballer, man. I've seen him play a few times, man. He was a bad boy finisher. But he had a lot of issues off the pitch. Looks like Foden could be coming off. Savinho's gone out to warm up. Although he's limping, doesn't look like he's limping too bad. Possession football can be slow and boring. Yeah. Would you use Nuno Tavares next season coming off 8 assists? It's obligation to buy, Toad. He's signing for Lazio. They have no choice. So he isn't coming back to Arsenal. I heard he's had a good season. I heard he's had a very good season. So listen, good luck to him. Good luck to him. Maybe he's had a season where we could have actually got more money for him than 8 million, but he's got to go. Guna Train, Big C, do you sometimes realise how many people you're helping on the mental side? Listen, man, it's good to help. You don't realise, because you just think I'm sitting in a room talking about football, watching football on the TV. So when people say things like that, it's a bit overwhelming, but obviously great. And I realise, because I watch other channels as well, and it's just very, I don't know, you're part of a community, you watch it. It's better than TV, and at TV, you're kind of forced to watch something. YouTube, you can choose what you want to watch. So yeah, man, I appreciate it. Goated community anyway, standard procedure. Ian said, are you ready for Arsenal Real Madrid? I mean, I used to joke about Arsenal going to the Bernabeu with Eddie Nketiah up front, who got sent off yesterday, by the way, Eddie Nketiah. But we're actually going to go there with Marino up front. I mean, Marino, it's probably, his goal record at the moment is probably better than the one that Eddie Nketiah's had, but he's got 5 in 8, I think. I said I'm going to fully embrace this Real Madrid game. I'm just going to enjoy every moment of it. It's a massive occasion. And I want to see Arsenal show people they're not as bad as some people think we are. They've just lost at home to Valencia, who are not great. So surely at home we can do something. Oh, Mamouche shot blocked by Maguire, goes out for a corner. Do you follow Serie A? I do. Who do you support? I would say my Italian club is AC Milan. I would say it's AC Milan, to be honest. I used to love George Weah. I love Rui Costa. Love Kaká. Love Ronaldinho. R9 went there as well. So I would say AC Milan is my Italian club. The red and black stripes. San Siro. Milan. Corner to Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne whips it in. It's bouncing everywhere. They're appealing for handball there, City. You might get a VAR check for that. I think when this goes out, you get a handball check from VAR. Would you play Kivior versus Real Madrid? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Curtis, what are your thoughts on foreign supporters? Are they considered as real fans? Bro, come on. I don't even think you need to ask me that question. Of course. Football is nothing to do with where you're born, where you're from. I even get that from some people. Never mind living outside the country. Oh, what are you an Arsenal fan for? You're from Nottingham. Why don't you support Forest? Okay, so what? The club's going to survive on fans who were born near Highbury in the Emirates? Yeah, come on, man. If you're a fan, you're a fan. It don't matter where you're from. And listen, some of the commitment that you guys show abroad, the times you get up to watch games and stuff, is crazy. It's crazy. So, hey, big up Highbury's local badger. You are loved to see. Our community loves you, bruv. Happy day. I appreciate that. Come on. Kind words. Happy Sunday, people. Cheers. I've actually got to do more neutral watch-alongs because I'm way more relaxed than when I'm doing Arsenal. When I watch Arsenal, I'm uptight. When I watch other clubs, I'm chilled. I'm just relaxed. I don't really care what happens. Here comes City. I think City's team lacks pace. Is LeBron the GOAT? It's a difficult question for me, that, Ravens. And I tell you why, because LeBron's one of my favourite players ever. I've probably enjoyed watching LeBron more than Michael Jordan because of my age, and I didn't really watch Michael Jordan that much because NBA wasn't shown that much in England when I was growing up. Where I've watched LeBron so much. I've even watched LeBron live. So I'm more of a LeBron fan. So he's my favourite over Mike. But then when I watch Mike play, it's just something that kind of... It's like R9 Ronaldo. He's my favourite player of all time. I will put him over any player. But then when I watch Messi, it's like... Messi's the GOAT, bro. And I feel like that with Michael Jordan and LeBron. LeBron's probably my favourite, but I think Mike's the GOAT. There's something about him unexplainable that he's different. He's too much of a killer. He's a killer, bro. 6 rings. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Nay, I watched it, Last Dance. He's a madman, that guy. He's a madman. I think it is Mike. I think it is Mike. But LeBron is my favourite. Mike's not even my favourite. I think my favourites are probably Allen Iverson and LeBron, to be honest. But Mike is nuts, bro. Absolutely different. Oh, his aura's different. His aura's totally different. I wish I'd watched him play live, to be honest. Maybe. A lot of people say that MJ LeBron is like the Messi Ronaldo argument. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I'm from Cleveland. Did you watch 2016? Bro, was that when he was 3-1 down against Golden State? That LeBron was on a... Oh, mate. Different. Now he said Curry is my favorite. Curry's changed basketball, bro. 6'1", hitting threes from everywhere. He's changed basketball. Chef Curry, man. Here come United. Dallo whips it in chance. Oh my God, how has Garnacho missed that? Genuinely, all he's got to do is volley that. He's tried to go down, diving header. The ball's lost power. And it said, oh, what is he doing? Why does he not volley this? Dallo, great ball. He's 6 yards out. Just side foot volley it. He tries to dive and header it. He can't reach it. I don't rate Garnacho at all, man. I really don't rate that guy. He's a live wire. He'll run at you, but crazy. Man said, Allen Iverson, we're looking at him. Bro, I think I thought I was Allen Iverson back in the day playing basketball. Cane Rose, diamond earrings, you know what I mean? Bandana. Big up Lynch, man. Good Sunday to you. C-Unit in the building. Big up your damn self. 1100 in the chat. Appreciate it. Great numbers for a neutral watch-along. Thoughts on the Gabriel Arteta argument? What is the argument? What is... I saw something about... he said he had a grade 1 after West Ham. And so people were blaming Arteta. But Arteta said he rested him. So, but we didn't know about that injury at the time. Who's your favourite team in La Liga? Again, I'll be totally honest with you, right? Growing up, my favourite team in Spain was always Barcelona. However, Barcelona started to cheat Arsenal. So, I don't quite look at them the same way. Again, you know me, R9. I believe R9's peak was Barcelona. Ronaldinho's peak was Barcelona. Rivaldo's peak was Barcelona. Romario played for Barcelona. He's one of my favourite strikers of all time. So, I was always Barcelona over Real Madrid. However, when they started, UEFA start cheating as referees and Barcelona, yeah, but yeah, I prefer Barca to Real. United in possession. Bit of a slow game, this. City need the win, really. Ronaldinho, my best ever. He's the most skillful, entertaining player ever. His peak is so high. Kevin De Bruyne sips it through. Foden can't get there. Goes out for a throw into City. Cleared by Maguire. Yeah, Ronaldinho is the most enjoyable footballer I've ever watched in my life. I've never watched a player and been more entertained than Ronaldinho. He was doing things at the top level that we was probably doing on the park. Flicking it over legends. Nutmegging people who are icons of the game. Like, he was unbelievable, man. Ronaldinho was different. He was completely different. World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner, Champions League winner. That guy's won the lot. Love Barca because of Cruyff. Yeah, Cruyff was magic. And even as a coach. Never watched a live game of Ronaldinho. Oh, mate, honestly. Just different. Saw a rumour, BBC, we're looking at Anthony. Nah, we better not be. Here's Garnacho, right-hand side, pulls it across. Great chance. Oh, Dorgu, what are you doing? Not sure whether I rate that Dorgu or not. I haven't really seen enough of him. I'm not totally convinced by him yet. Maguire gives away a free kick on the halfway line. Ronaldinho's debut goal, was that the crossbar and in one? I mean, oh, what is Dorgu doing there? That is shocking. No, you're right. You know, Ronaldinho, a lot of it did come from a Kocher at PSG. But Ronaldinho took it to new levels, man. Amir, big up Curtis the legend. Appreciate that. With Arteta in charge, you'll probably win the league right around the time Turkish's hair gets as thick as his fluffy Crocs. Ah, dear. Will he ever win the league, people? Roberto Carlos, my second best player ever. Iconic left back. City in possession. Great ball by Kovacic. Oh, good defending there. De Bruyne can't reach it. United clear it. Do you rate JJ Kocher, bro? Seen that guy rainbow flicking it over Arsenal players' heads. JJ Kocher so good they named him twice. Absolute baller. Courtois is back in training. Of course he is. Just as we're playing them. Lamine Yamal has restored my faith in football after such a long drought in world-class players. He could be the next Messi. I mean, because of my lack of faith at the moment in individual brilliance, I don't feel like we're going to see another Messi for a long time. However, Lamine Yamal is a special, special player. Honestly, the freedom he plays with is amazing to watch. He's unreal. This game's not great. City are slow, man. When you look at that City team on paper, like, there's no pace. Kovacic, Gundogan, Bernardo, Foden, De Bruyne. It's all slow. Mamouche got a bit of pace. No, I used to watch a lot of videos of them, man. Van Basten, Hullet, Rijkaard, that old AC Milan team, Franco Baresi, Maldini. AC Milan, man. Italian football was the best league back in the day. By far the best league. They had the most money and everything. Lamine plays like Neymar with an opposition left peg. R9 peaked at 19. Barcelona Ballon d'Or. He was a joke, bro. Who's the best out of Mahrez, Sanchez and Hazard? Oof. That is a tough question. The bias in me says Alexis. I loved Hazard. I've always said, right, I think Mahrez is unbelievable. I think he's genuinely incredible. Again, I don't... Even though he was successful at City, I feel like he would have been bigger if he played for Arsenal or someone. I like Sanchez more than Hazard. I really do, but that might be the bias in me as an Arsenal fan. Look, Hazard never did nothing for Belgium. Sanchez won the Copa America against Messi. But Hazard was special, I can't lie. He's one of the best wingers we've ever seen in the Prem. At his best, he's so good to watch. He was so good to watch, man. You couldn't get the ball off him. I love Mahrez, technically. He was phenomenal. The argument was that Gabriel wanted to keep playing. I feel Arteta was trying to take some blame off himself for overplaying players. Yeah. Gyökeres's agent is expected to be at the Arsenal tie. It would make sense. But then at the back end of last season, Sesko's agent was at a game. Osimhen's agent was at the training ground. And we still never signed them. So it doesn't mean much. But hopefully we sign him. And HR said, Saka, Rice, Saliba and Gabriel are pillars of Arsenal. One injury to either, season is over. Need more players to step up. And more quality transfers. I hear you. I hear you. Alexis made Messi cry, exactly. Man had him, and I think he retired after one of them and then came out of retirement. City in possession, 27 minutes gone. Slow game, very few chances. Hazard's solo goal against us, oh, it was horrible. United on the counter-attack, they've got space here. Is Bruno Fernandes, edge of the box. Clipped in, ah, rubbish. Who was that? Ugarte on his left foot. Slices it wide. Luke said, Curtis, would you take Isak, Nico Williams and Cunha for Saka? I mean... I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because... I mean, listen. Oh, they're great signings, by the way. They're really good signings. But anything that involves Saka leaving, it can't be good for us. We have to build on that foundation. So I'm going to say no. Part of me thinks yes, but I'm going to say no, of course. We got to build with Saka. Doctor said, big up everyone from the gym. This is the only process I can trust. Update on my job. The funding has been restored for the time being from a successful lawsuit. Big up everyone here for the support. Big up, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, trust the gym process, you know. Top 5 worst Arsenal players. Oh, Billy, I'd probably be here all day. We've had a lot of bad ones. Mustafi at 35 million. I think Mikel Silvestre is potentially the worst player I've ever seen at Arsenal, along with Cole Jenkinson. I mean, you know that guy Almunia is going to be in any worse 5. Can't stand that guy. Cole Jenkinson was so bad, I thought he won a competition or something. I said, no, he must have got a golden ticket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This guy ain't a footballer. How he stayed at Arsenal for so long, I will never know. I will never know. Stepanov's was dreadful. You know what? Shamak was bad. He wasn't bottom 5, you know. Yeah, people forget. You know, when Shamak first signed, I think he had a record, like, of Champions League games. He'd scored in, like, 6 or 7 games in a row. He was bad in the greasy hair, but we got him on a free. He wasn't the worst. We've had worse. Oh, Francis Jeffers. He was dreadful. United signed Wayne Rooney. We got Francis Jeffers. Look at the difference. Havertz at 65 million. I mean, that's not a good one. Andre Santos was shocking as well. We signed the only Brazilians that played like they were from Scotland. No disrespect to Scotland, actually, because they've had some good players. So maybe I should have said a different country. Oh, a clattering challenge there by Yoro. Corner to Man City. Jeffers was terrible. Sanogo was like a bit of a joke, but he scored in the FA Cup run-in, man. Renarson's another one I'm convinced never played football. He can't have played football. He was that bad. He couldn't even catch the ball. Kallstrom had a broken back, man, and he scored in a penalty shootout. I'll let him off. It's Arsenal's fault. Who signs a player with a broken back? Xhaka had a great season in the last season. Would you take 1-1 on Tuesday? Oh, it's up in the air, cleared off the line. Luke, do you know what? Honestly, you offer me 1-1 now on Tuesday against Real Madrid, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Because I think 1-1 on Tuesday, I think we get beat in the Bernabeu. I think we're out. I don't think that's enough. I've said all along, the only way Arsenal get past Real Madrid is if we beat them at the Emirates. So I wouldn't take a 1-1 draw. I think we'd go to the Bernabeu and lose. I'm going all or nothing, people. I want us to beat them. I don't see how we can beat them over 2 legs without beating them at the Emirates. So, yeah, man. Big up Cesar Garcia, man. Thanks for reading my comments. I enjoy your show and your opinions on the Arsenal. Saludos from Apple Valley, California. Big up yourself, bro. California. West Coast, man. I've had a couple good tours on the West Coast, man. I've enjoyed it over there. Big up Yassa, people. Curtis is a kind person. He sent me a DM telling me, hope your daughter's health improves. You're a legend, Big C. You help a lot of people with your content. You're a legend, Big C. Hey, big up, bro. I hope your daughter's recovering as well, Yassa, man. Been a long time subscriber. And always appreciate you tuning in, bro. Big up. Gervinho, yeah. Again, Chelsea bought Hazard. We bought Gervinho. Not quite the same level. Why do we always get done by these teams? We always go and buy somebody and they just... We've had some bad ones. Imagine we bought Wayne Rooney instead of Francis Jeffers. Imagine that. Imagine we bought Hazard instead of Gervinho. We tried to get Hazard, actually, but they outbid us with all that money that Abramovich was giving them. Toomey said, Big Curtis on the show, all the way from Amsterdam. Big Arsenal fan. Big up yourself, bro. Opinions on cold showers? That's a great question. See, when I played football, we used to have an ice bath every day after the game, and I hated them. But in the end, I felt like they helped with like muscular, you know, if you're aching and soreness and all things like that. I definitely think they help. However, cold showers, I mean, if you can handle them, I suppose there is some benefits from them, but they're not for me. I can't lie. Who's that guy online? Who's that guy online, man, who's shows his routine where he gets up at like 4 in the morning and he's putting ice on his face and diving in the swimming pool and all that? I'm sure you've seen him. Owen said, play, watch and scrap, F1, ice hockey, golf. Play. I'd like to play F1, drive around in a Ferrari car. Watch, I mean, golf. Golf's got to be a tough watch, man. The game's too slow. But ice hockey, at least you might get a fight in ice hockey. Stanford Bridge said, whenever we talk about legends, the new gen never mentions one name, Del Piero. He was only second to Brazilian Ronaldo at his peak, in my opinion. He was a hell of a player. Second only to Ronaldo. I would say Thierry was better than him, if I'm being honest, the strikers. But he was a hell of a player. Claudia said, big up from Honolulu, watching the sunrise and the Prem with no stress. I would love to be in Honolulu, bro. You know what I mean? That heat. Ashton Hall, that's it. Bro, that guy, man. That guy. Man's getting up 4 in the morning. Takes the tape off his mouth. Ice on his face. I think he rubs banana skin on his face. Then he dives in the pool. It's crazy. Man's took over the internet. I always wonder how much there is in things like that. Whether, you used to see Kobe Bryant saying like, yo, I get up at 4:30 a.m. And I think, well, if you get up and train at 4:30 a.m., is there any difference to training at 8:30 a.m., for example? Like, I tried doing that at one stage. I was trying to get up at like 5 a.m. and going for runs and all that, and I was like, I don't know if does this help or does it not? I don't know. Because I've seen other people, I've seen Usain Bolt say, listen, on his days off, he'll stay in bed till late. He'll have a long sleep. And he's the best sprinter we've ever seen. So, I don't know, man. What does that help? If you get up and go gym at 4 in the morning, are you a beast because you train at 4, or is there any different? I think I agree, Wild with me. It might be a mentality thing. Because I saw Kobe used to say, if I train at 5, then I'm training again at 8. So I've already trained before they've even woke up. So his thing was, the more I train, the better I'm going to get. Which I understand that mentality. It's crazy. I know Floyd Mayweather said in a documentary, he used to put his alarm on at random times and just get up in the middle of the night and train. I think, is that good for your body? But I do think there is a good thing with getting up early. But it is interesting. It is interesting. This game is not great, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm not commentating, it's a slow game. Yeah, dedication. Dedication. Usain Bolt was the exception. Yeah, possibly. Kobe's training was nuts, man. Mamba mentality. What's your opinion about World Cup 26? Canada, US and Mexico. Considering the situation, how will it unravel? The only thing I'd say with that World Cup, man, they're travelling. The distance between like Canada and Mexico and going across America, it's a very widespread competition. However, if Jamaica make it, we will be there, guys. We will be there. I've actually never been to a World Cup game. So I think 2026 is the time for me to go to the World Cup. And I think Jamaica are going to qualify. Luke said, if you're getting up at 4, you better be going to bed by 9. Yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest, I don't like going to bed early. I don't stay up ridiculously late, but I'm not like one of these 9 o'clock going to sleep. I'm more of a 12 o'clock. We won't make it. No, man, Lawrence, Jamaica going to make it, bro. We're going to get there. If they don't get to this one, they ain't getting to one for a long, long time. Ninja Man said, I work in finance, get to the office before the CEO. I get 2 raises every year and promoted 3 times. Shot just wide by Gundogan. Gundo! 25 yards out, 1 touch, bang. Onana was scrambling a bit there as well. See, I know that didn't go in, but that's what I want Odegaard to be doing more often. It's not even that great a shot, really. Dedication, dedication to the cause, right, Ninja Man? We're gonna make it. Jadakiss Styles P settings. Hey, they're coming to London, man, in I think it's in May. Here come United. 6 minutes till half time. United's attack is awful. It's got no balance. I do like that Euro, though. Whips it in. Good ball. Half a chance. Shot. Oh, straight at Ederson. I think that was Casemiro. Straight at him. What do you think about the Club World Cup? Good for football or just money? I mean, of course it's money. Number one, it's money. It may become a big competition in years to come. At the moment, it's a bit of a nothing tournament that they've just tried to extend to make more money. There's competitions in America. It's in big stadiums. I'm sure the tickets will be expensive. Messi's going to be playing in it. They will make a lot of money out of it. But at the moment, it's nothing crazy. Did you watch Morgan Rogers yesterday, bro? That goal. The way he brought that down with the outside of his foot. He is a joke of a footballer, by the way. £14 million. Again, I get annoyed because this is another player that was at Manchester City. So why did Arteta not go for Morgan Rogers? Douglas Luiz was at City. Morgan Rogers was at City. Cole Palmer was at City. Why did we not buy any of these guys? It is annoying. Do I go to the Club World Cup? What I might do is see if I can get media access for it. So I can get some content for it would be better. So I think I'm going to apply and see if I can get media passes for it. If I do, then I wouldn't mind going over there. I wouldn't mind. There's worse things to do than go to Miami for a week and watch Messi play for Inter Miami. I mean, it's not a terrible thing to do, is it? But it'd be better if I got a media pass. Can't shoot, dribble, or long pass. Please sell Odegaard, said Arcedic. People are getting frustrated with him, man. Future Ready said, why doesn't the Premier League have the VAR technology La Liga and the Champions League has? It's all tech-based. Surely the Prem refs can't draw those lines. It's a shambles, bro. When you watch La Liga, they're using 8K cameras. Like, it's ridiculous. Semi-automated offsides. Then you watch the Prem and you see some guy in an office like getting a ruler out and putting a line there like he's in a maths lesson. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Free kick to United, whipped in. It's headed up in the air. Comes out wide. 3 minutes till half time. It's been a terrible game. Really poor game. Ball whipped in. It's not a great cross. Edison collects it. What is your routine? Hey, I'm not diving in a swimming pool, bro. If anything, I'm probably stamping a puddle in the garden. It ain't going to look like Ashton Halls. It's not 4 a.m. There's no swimming pool. And I'm not, you know what I mean, diving. Man's taking a run and dive into the swimming pool. You ain't going to see none of that. It'll be a lot more low key. City in possession. Please don't be a 0-0 game. Need a couple goals, man. Elton said, I'm lucky to have watched legends like Bergkamp and Elka Henry, Batistuta, Pirlo, Zidane, R9, Ronaldinho, Kaká, but sad Henry never got the Ballon d'Or. He was ripped off. It was political, man. That was nothing to do with ability. Nedved, come on, man. How's Nedved winning a Ballon d'Or over Thierry Henry? Don't get me wrong, Nedved was a brilliant football player. But Thierry and Nedved, do me a favour. It was all political. Ballon d'Or, that whole thing, they all had a problem with the Premier League because the Premier League was starting to get so powerful financially. I honestly think, and I know people might think it's an exaggeration, I think the Premier League's in a little bit of trouble. I honestly think the Premier League collectively is in a little bit of trouble at the moment. I think they're in a scenario where it's like money is keeping this league above water. And I always say this, when you talk about the greatest footballers to ever play the game, the majority of them never played in this league. You can say, yeah, Thierry, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bale, Cantona and those guys. But if you look at the very best, all your Zidanes, your Ronaldinhos, your R9s, those guys never touched the Prem. They had no enthusiasm to come to the Prem. The only reason a lot of these guys came to the Prem is for the money. I think the Premier League is in one of the worst states that I have ever seen it, to be honest. Not just because Arsenal are not winning the league. Like, we're watching a game today, Manchester Derby, you know. Man United, the biggest football club in England, against Man City, who've got Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest managers we've ever seen. And look at the state of this game of football. Look at the state of this. No goals, no excitement, hardly any individual brilliance. You got Garnacho running into people, City passing the ball round at about 2 miles an hour. It's absolutely dreadful. It's dreadful to watch. And yet they're charging us more and more money to watch this rubbish. We're paying more than ever to watch a product that's getting worse. 2 shots on target in the first half in a Manchester derby. I mean, the Prem's in a bit of a sad state at the moment. I'm telling you now. I think it's really The product is being diluted. They're playing too much football. Everyone's trying to play like Pep. And the very best players don't want to play here. All your Mbappes and these guys, they don't want to come to the Prem. They're not interested. They all want to play for Barcelona and Real Madrid. Live in the sunshine. Have a winter break. They need to change the Premier League. The basic things that probably attracted you to football, you're hardly seeing them. And I don't understand it. How come when we was younger, I saw people score free kicks nearly every week? If you said to me 15 years ago, name me a good free kick taker who scores a lot of free kicks, I say Beckham, Pirlo, Henry, Van Hooijdonk, Juninho, Mihailovic, Roberto Carlos. I could name 10, 15. How many good free kick takers do you see now that score 4, 5, 6 free kicks a season? Hardly any. Hardly any free kick takers. How many skillful players are there? How many players are doing step-overs and nutmegging people? Got you on the edge of your seat from skill. Maybe Vinicius Junior, one or two others, Lamine Yamal. 5 players maybe in the world that are playing with skill. The game's mad. The game is crazy. I used to sit there as a kid, match of the day, goal of the month. Oh my God, look at that goal. Look at this goal. Yeboah, crossbar and in, volley. Hasselbank, rocket. Van Persie, belter. I don't know what's going on right now. I honestly don't know what's going on. Half time. I'm glad it's half time. I'll take full time right now. The product is being diluted because they're trying to get too much football. Because the more games they play, the more money they make. The more games, the higher they'll charge your subscription on TV. The ticket prices go up. It works hand in hand. But you're actually diluting the product. Premier League at the moment is trash. I'm sorry. It's absolute trash. Technically, it's garbage. Strikers. How many top strikers in the Premier League? Haaland and Isak. After that, you're scraping the barrel. Havertz at Arsenal. Jackson at Chelsea. Solanke at Tottenham. Darwin Núñez at Liverpool. Højlund and Xerxes at Man United. I mean, what are we doing? 2 good strikers in the whole league. You go back 15 years, 20 years. You'd be going Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Mark Viduka, Ida Gudjohnsen, Dwight York, Andy Cole. I could name 15 strikers. Ravanelli. All right, that might be 20, 25 years ago. There's 2 good strikers in the Premier League. And you're right, Peter, it is the Pep effect. But the thing I don't understand is why does every manager sit there? No, you're right, you know. Mateta is criminally underrated. Criminally underrated. Honestly, he should be playing for one of the big 6. But the reason he isn't is because he's a throwback striker. If you watch Mateta play, the guy's a complete throwback. The man's got his shirt tucked in, like we're in 1998. But he's big, he's strong, he's physical, he roughs up centre-backs, and now he's starting to hit the back of the net. But teams are scared. Oh, do I take a chance on Mateta? He's not your typical striker. Chris Wood, I mean, Pernod, he's had a hell of a season. But is he that good overall? Would anyone want him at a big club? Not really. He's having a good season. I've seen Michael Ricketts have a good season. No one wanted him. Yeah, there's more. Jermaine Defoe. Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips getting 25, 30 goals. Chris Sutton. I didn't even name Alan Shearer. He was probably one of the best. Drogba, Diego Costa. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mateta was awful at Ipswich. You don't want him. Listen. Everybody has bad games. Honestly, Mateta is a better striker than Havertz. He's better, in my opinion, than Nicholas Jackson. He's better than what Darwin's doing at Liverpool. Sheringham, Berbatov. You know what I mean? We've just named about 15 strikers in one league. Right now, I'll give you 2. Watkins is all right. Chris Wood's having a good season. And apart from that, I'm struggling to name anybody. It's Haaland and Isak. That's it. I just think, if I'm sitting here now as a manager, okay, because everyone blames Pep. Oh, it's all Pep's fault. It's not Pep's fault, because you don't have to copy what Pep's doing. Why doesn't someone say, okay, why am I going to try and do what Pep's doing when he's already the master of it? So when I try and do what Pep's doing, it's not going to be as good because he's the ultimate at it. So to me, if you try and play football like Pep, you're not going to outdo him. So why doesn't somebody do something different? Play fast counter-attacking football like Klopp was doing, or like Ancelotti does. Do what Leicester were doing. Play 2 up front. Change the game. Do something different. The problem is everyone thinks, oh, Pep's the blueprint. We're going to try and do what he does. This is why you got a league like this. You're right, bro. Look at the managers in recent years that have won the Premier League or the ones that have won the Champions League. You've got, outside of Pep, you've got Antonio Conte, who played 3-5-2 at Chelsea. That's nothing like Pep. You've got Ranieri, who won it, obviously, just before Pep. He played with 2 strikers, with Okazaki and Vardy up top. You've got Tuchel won the Champions League with Chelsea. His was defensive, counter-attacking football as well. And then you've got Jurgen Klopp, who was playing rock and roll football, high press, explosive football, nothing like Pep's. And then you've got Ancelotti, who allows the front three to play with a lot of freedom. And it's not so system-based. And then you've got managers like Mourinho, totally different to Pep as well. Ferguson was totally different. Wenger was totally different. So I don't understand this whole obsession. Simeone's different. This whole obsession with doing what Pep's doing, it baffles me. Oh, Pep's got his left back inverting, so my left back's got to invert. Hold on a minute. Why don't you just let your left back play like a conventional left back? Why don't we put Kieran Tierney at left back and let him play like a normal left back? Because I don't know about anybody else, and I know we're going back to Arsenal, but Kieran Tierney is probably the best left back at Arsenal. And we're going to let him go to Celtic for nothing because he can't invert. Now, that might be too simplistic a way of looking at it, but why do we have to invert a fullback? Because Pep inverts a fullback. I don't know. Yeah, Wenger was trying to turn us into Barcelona, and that was one of his biggest mistakes. Because Arsenal's success came from pace and power. Henry, Vieira, Tony Adams, Pires, Lundberg, Ray Parlour. You know what I mean? Them guys there. And he tried to be Pep's Barca with Haleb and Rosicky and all them guys, and we weren't as good. Who remembers Tony Yeboah? Yep, them crossbarring in volleys at Leeds. Big up Mohamed, man. Season is painful. Feels like Arsenal stabbed us, left the knife inside the wound. Every time Liverpool lose, Arsenal push the knife back in. When I saw that Liverpool had lost today, I was just like, what the hell have we done? How have we not at least pushed that Liverpool team to the end of the season? They're strolling. It's the worst title race we've ever seen. The other clubs should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed. It's not a Liverpool problem. It's a Premier League problem. But yeah, you're right, Mohammed. Big up. I've seen it. Arsenal all set to dominate the league. 2nd position. A three-peat of 2nd place finishers. Would you rather be Cole Jenkinson or Johan Shaw? Wow. I mean, I suppose at least Johan Joru played for his country and he was bad, but I think Jenkinson was even worse. I'd rather be me. I actually wouldn't want to be any of them. Even though it'd be a dream to play for Arsenal, I wouldn't want to play for Arsenal and you all think I'm rubbish, so maybe I'll just stay away from it. Elton, big up, bro. Today's football is too scripted. Less freedom for strikers. Legends you just mentioned were artists, now robots, yeah? It's totally dominated by the coach now. There's so little freedom for the player. It's all planned out. It's like a Hollywood movie. Adash, no manager really beat Pep playing his style. Klopp, Mourinho, Ancelotti, Flick, Conte. Takes guts and real know-how to build and follow your own style. Easier to copy. And then the problem you've got now is all these new managers. They go on these coaching courses to get their UEFA A and their pro license. And the whole thing is structured around Pep. So the way they're being taught is, this is how we've got to play. Now, Cruz now, even at his age, in his academy, everything's got to be played out from the goalkeeper. Doesn't matter how much pressure you're under, Defender's got to come and get the ball under pressure. Striker's got to drop in and be like a false nine. It's all Pep related. And you're thinking, bro, you lot are in the lower leagues of England. You can't play like Manchester City. I get it. You want to teach individual players to play like that, because if they make it to the higher level, you need them to be able to play that style of football. But sometimes you've got to realise where you are, surely, and mix it up a little bit. It can't be total football all the time. There's got to be times it's a bit more direct. Curtis Osimhen or Gyökeres? I want Gyökeres, but I do like Osimhen. But if I had the choice at Arsenal, I'd take Gyökeres. Adar said, as a rival, I cannot believe how some Arsenal fans don't believe that Saka, Saliba, Gabriel and Rice would be even better in a different system. Imagine them under Klopp. The only thing I would say in a debate with that, I'm not sure Saliba and Gabriel would be better in a Klopp system, because we are a very defensive like setup. So we probably make our centre-backs look even better because we give them so much protection. Klopp's system is way more attacking. The fullbacks are bombing on, Trent's bombing on. So I actually think playing centre-back for Liverpool could be harder than playing centre-back for Arsenal. Saka, I think, would be better with Klopp, because Klopp, look what he got out of players like Mane and Salah, and the freedom they get as wingers. They don't have to do as much defending as we do at Arsenal. Rice, maybe. I mean, he had a monster in Fabinho in DM. I'm sure he wouldn't be playing Declan Rice in the 8 role. Let's put it that way. So yeah, you're right in that sense. I just think with the centre backs, the defensive system makes it easier for them. 2 centre backs, your full backs stay there, and you've got maybe Partey and Rice in front of you. That's a lot of protection. Yeah, listen, maybe I'm doing Osimhen a disservice. I do like Osimhen as well. He's a live wire, he's quick, and he has done it in 2 different leagues. I would take either one of them, to be honest. It's better than having Darren Farley's doing a live. I done a shout out for you, and he said, "Oh, Curtis, he's a lovely lad." Yo, do you know what? Yeah, he's been on my channel a few times. He's a top guy, man. Real top guy. Let me have a look what he's saying. I honestly think he is absolutely hilarious. I can't believe he's doing a live. He's on a green screen, and he's put nothing on the green screen. I'm going to try and get him on. I actually messaged him about a month ago, and he said, yeah, at the end of the season, I'll come on. Big up Ash, man. He's a top guy, man. Top guy. He loves his football as well. He's a massive Liverpool fan, but his impressions are unbelievable. Big up Ash, though, man. What's everyone saying? Nearly 1,400 in the chat. Really appreciate it. Get the likes up. And what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow will be an Arsenal review. But to be honest, I'm going to get the Arsenal review out the way. I've got some short content hopefully coming out tomorrow. So after the stream, there'll be maybe 1 or 2 videos. Going to do a combined 11 video, Real Madrid and Arsenal. And we're going to preview that game as well. So there'll probably be a couple videos out tomorrow. Big C, what would your lineup be for Madrid? Raya, Timber at right back, Ben White at centre back with Saliba. Genuinely, I would be tempted to play Kieran Tierney at left back. And some people will think that's a bit of an overreaction. I think I wouldn't invert my left back against Real Madrid. Rodrigo is ferocious. Putting your left back, pushing him into midfield, and then forcing him to try and recover against Rodrigo with his pace. I would be tempted to play Kieran Tierney at left back and just tell him not to invert. But he won't do that. He'll play Lewis Skelly. Midfield would be Partey, Rice. I mean, part of me is tempted to drop Martin Odegaard, but I'm going to give him one more chance, as this is the team that got rid of you. If you can't motivate yourself for this game, mate, I'm sorry, but we got our serious questions of you. Front three picks itself, to be honest, I'm playing Martinelli, Saka, and Marino. I'm throwing Saka in the hope, even if we can get 60 minutes out of him. And I feel bad for Nwaneri, but there's no time for sentiment. He's had 2 quiet games. Saka's had 2 substitute appearances. I'm starting him. Sink or swim now, bro. Let's see how strong that hamstring is. And then I'll use Nwaneri off the bench. And I'll bring and hope Martinelli is absolute in beast mode. Hopefully Vasquez is playing at right back, because he is terrible at right back. But he'll play Lewis Skelly. And, you know, we just got to hope he doesn't get caught out. And then, I mean, off the bench, you're going to have Nwaneri, Trossard, not much else. Not much else. And we got to hope we can do it. Nah, not Kivior for me. I know that sounds harsh, but that man of the match performance ain't enough for me to play him against Real Madrid. Killing Mbappe, bro. No. No. Ben White and Saliba for me. Southampton are relegated. No surprise. They've been absolutely shocking. You wonder sometimes these clubs go through a long season, get promoted, and it feels like they've just accepted getting relegated. Southampton, I've barely noticed that they're even in the Premier League. They've had no impact on this league whatsoever. And that's a club that growing up, they were in the Prem pretty much most of the time I can remember growing up. Southampton, they always had decent teams. Letizia wouldn't make the Sunday League today. Nah, these coaches would be scared stiff. They'd be like, what? You're trying to flick the ball over someone's head. Sub him off. Get him off. So, yeah, man, Letizia was a hell of a player. Ashley said, remember when Sané destroyed Kivior? That was violence, bro. That was pure violence. Here's Garnacho. Gets clamped there. I think that's a yellow card. Who is that? Nunes? Bernardo Silva. TNT's man of match for Kivior was high level. Ish Housery. They were trying to bait Arteta into starting him. Probably. Because he'll probably start him now. He'll probably start him. He'll get carried away with that and start him. Oh, I got man. Watch him in the press conference tomorrow. But, yeah, we'll see. Ramsdale curse. I think he's had 3 relegations, I heard. Sheffield United, Bournemouth, and now Southampton. And now Bournemouth apparently are meant to be signing him if they don't get Kepa on a permanent. Remember what Hakimi did to Calafiori? Oh, mate. Hakimi's some player. I mean, he's at PSG. It's hard to get him. But I think Hakimi would be, ideal in the Premier League for Pep. That sort of style. Come on, please, we need goals. Don't give me a 0-0 second half. Dalot plays it down the line. United on the attack. United look more likely to score out of the 2. They've got bodies in the area. That is so poor. What are you doing there? Edison collects it. Bruno, why are you taking so long to cross that? They had about 4 players in the area. Hakimi, frustrating player. He might be one of them players, just every time I watch him in the Champions League, I think he's a good player. Make Raya our 3rd goalkeeper and get Mike Mignon. I rate him. I do rate him. Raya is good. I just don't think he's world class. I wouldn't put him in that world class bracket. I still think there's a level above him, but he's not a major issue. He's not somebody that we desperately need to replace. City could be in. Oh my God, they're appealing for a penalty. Bill Bowden. At it again, people. Potentially the worst Premier League PFA Player of the Year defence I have ever seen in my life. Ball breaks to him. I think the player is behind him. So when he's gone to swing his leg back, he's maybe made contact with the player. Oh, it's ugly stuff. It's horrible. Bill Bowden. Mignon is crap. He fell off hard. I know AC Milan are having a terrible season. I think this is the year, if you want a player from AC Milan, this is the year you go for them because they are bad. They're really poor this season. Let's have a look. AC Milan they're 9th in the league. They might not even make Europe. This is the year you go and get AC Milan players, whether it's Leao, that is it Reinders, the centre mid? He's very good as well. No, it wasn't a penalty. No penalty. Garcia is better than Rayo. Wow. Somebody messaged me the other day saying, yo, this Garcia's really good. He's really tall. It's interesting that Arteta wants a goalkeeper that's going to cost over 20 million. Are you telling me he's coming here to just sit on the bench? Why would he leave Espanyol in his home country to come to Arsenal to sit on the bench? Surely, if you're paying over 20 million, there's a chance that he can push Raya out of the team. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Poor cross goes out for a goal kick. Not going to lie, Theo Hernandez, world class, having a horror season. Sometimes, though, I think you have to use it as an opportunity. You know, people will look at it now and go, yeah, Theo Hernandez having a bad season, and South London said Leao. But I think sometimes it's like a market opportunity. You know, when the market crashes, buy on the dip. I think sometimes you go, look, mate, I'll take Leao, but I've watched him this season, that 100 million release clause, you got to make that 70 million. Or Theo Hernandez, you got to make that 50 million. I don't know. I think there's a few players at Milan I would still take, but I'd be trying to get a cut price deal. You know what I mean? I think that Reinders in midfield, Leao, Theo Hernandez, I'd take all of them at Arsenal at the right price. Here comes City on the attack. Ball whipped in. I cannot believe the state of this game. United look the more likely to win, to be honest. Do you think Arsenal would win the league 05-06 if Jose and Abramovich were at the helm? I think we would have. I think we would have. Do you know one thing that was a lucky escape? Was I saw a thing saying that Abramovich nearly bought Tottenham. Can you imagine if Abramovich would have bought Tottenham? How we could potentially be sitting here today. That Chelsea success could have been Tottenham's success. So I am thankful he got Chelsea instead of Tottenham, because that guy wasn't messing about. De Bruyne available on a free. I think he's going Saudi, bro. The money, he said it was generational money that was offered to him. He wouldn't come to Arsenal, man. Swally said, Curtis, one player from each team, who do you take? If we just look at the Prem top, like the so-called Big Six, Tottenham, who would I take from Tottenham? If I consider their age, I like the left back, you know, Udogie. He might be good for us. Maddison's good, but anyway, at least Maddison can shoot. They haven't got many good players, have they? Spence is good, but we've got good right backs. And Van der Ven's good as well, but I wouldn't put him in the Arsenal team either. Here's a chance for United. Edge of the box. Who's going to shoot, man? Dorgu whips it in. Header. Oh, Højlund. City are scrambling. It's a free kick. I'd probably take Udogie, you know, or Maddison. Obviously, it would have been Son, but he's too old now. Spence, I don't think he gets in the team over Timber. Son's too old. Van der Ven wouldn't get in at centre-back unless you play him left-back, maybe. I'd probably go Udogie or Maddison, just for the age. Kulusevski, nah. He's on the bench, Saka backup. Spence is good, but Spence ain't playing over Timber, bro. Let's be real. Sean said, listening to this round town without the match on, freestyling, a cappella. Here comes City on the break. KDB. Oh, it's poor, straight to the keeper. Nah, not Porro, bro. We got Timber, bro. We don't need Spence and Porro. We got Timber. Give me Destiny Udogie, man, left back. Or Maddison, but Maddison's been mad inconsistent. Who we going next? Chelsea. Who would I take at Chelsea? I would probably take Caicedo. I would probably take him. Or Cole Palmer. It's probably got to be Cole Palmer. Maybe. But I do like Caicedo. I wish we'd have signed him. But Palmer would bring some silk to that attack. So we take Cole Palmer for the goals. Who we go next? Man United. Who would I take out of that United team? Probably Bruno. Probably Bruno, to be honest. I don't rate hardly any of them Man United players. I actually think that Yoro's a good young talent, but we don't need him. I take Bruno. He would do bits for us in our attacking midfield. Chance for United, deflection. Oh, it's blocked. I take Bruno. Ahmad's a good young talent. I think a year ago we'd have said Kobbie Mainoo, but he's had a massive fall from grace as well. I take Bruno. I know the age isn't on his side. He's about 30. But I take Bruno. Let's go. Who have we done? We've done Chelsea, Tottenham, Man United. Let's do Man City. Oh, it's Erling, innit? It's got to be Erling Haaland. We desperately need a striker. It'd have to be Haaland. Nah, not Foden, man. I don't want Bill Bowden anywhere near Arsenal. I don't want Chesney from Coronation Street. It's got to be Erling Haaland, bro. We need a striker, as if we're taking Foden. It's got to be Haaland. I don't think there's any debate about that one. Rodri? Nah, Haaland, bro. We need the goal scorer more than the number 6. Ruben Diaz having a big argument with Ugarte there. Mamouche? Nah, Erling, bro. We need the goal machine. I want the guaranteed 30 goals. Liverpool. Who are we taking from Liverpool? I mean, I suppose it should be Salah, but plays where Saka plays. So I'd rather someone in a different position. I mean, Alisson would get in our team. Trent would be unreal. It's got to be Salah, hasn't it? We need the goal scorer. I love Van Dijk. Really, it should be Van Dijk, but then Trent would be a game changer in our team, though, man, because we don't have enough creativity in our team. I would love to take Trent, but then what do you do with Timber? I suppose you put Timber at left back. Imagine Timber, Trent, Gabriel, Saliba. That is a cheat code of a back four. But because Salah scores so many goals, difficult not to take him. But then what do I do with Saka if I take Salah? I'm going to just dash in Saka to the left wing. McAllister would be good. We should have gone for McAllister, man. We need a midfielder like that. Maybe we could put Salah up front. Is that much of a goal machine anyway? Probably still... Nunes, nah, you're mad, fam. He can be Gunnosaurus. He can be the mascot. Please, no, what's going on with this game, by the way? 10 minutes in, can we have a goal? Can the goalkeeper make some saves? What's going on here? If KDB was offered 900k a week from Saudi, what are they offering Salah? It'll probably be over 1 million, won't it? In Benzi's on like 1.3 or something. Yeah, no, I do like Gakpo, you know. I do like Gakpo. I actually do. He would be good left wing for us. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, poor touch. And he gives away a foul. That's probably why he's going. Quality in the league is non-existent. Just... A lot of the best players are number 1 at the back end of their career. I mean, this is a prime example. Doku's coming on now. Is that Foden getting dragged? PFA Player of the Year, 56 minutes into a Manchester derby, dragged. Bill Bowden, stinker. Absolute stinker. This guy, mate, honestly, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Worst PFA Player of the Year you have seen in your life. Then you look at Doku. So quick, so lively. Hardly any end product. Scores about 3 goals a season, yet he's rapid. Bill Bowden. Stinker. Worst PFA player, team of the year, or whatever you call it. PFA player of the year we've ever seen. Here come United on the attack. Surely we get a winner. Oh, Dorgo is cleared for a corner. Corner to United, people. What are we saying here? Richard said, how wild is it We're only taking Udogie after Arteta assigned 3,000 left backs. I still think, you look at that run that Lewis Skelly did yesterday, I still think he could end up as a midfielder. Adar said before Arteta, most teams will get the players that suit the team. Now, regardless of age, Arsenal's project changed the transfer market. Everyone wants young ones now. Do you know what? It's crazy because even though I don't like what's happening at Arsenal because we ain't winning trophies, a lot of other clubs are looking at Arsenal and using that as the blueprint, which is even crazier. Because we're frustrated with it because we're going, okay, we're better, but we're not winning. Other clubs are looking at it and going, yeah, but look how much money he's making them. Because if you look at the transfer value of Arsenal's squad, it's more than double what we paid for them. Because we paid 27 million for Saliba. He's probably a £100 million centre-back. Gabriel cost 35 million. You'd get more than double what we paid for him. So a lot of our players have gone up in value. So it's crazy. Other clubs are looking at it. Look at Chelsea. That's what Chelsea are trying to do. Hire a Pep assistant manager, sign loads of young players, make loads of money. It's crazy. That's the blueprint that a lot of these teams are going for now. Foden might be a victim of Pep's robotic system. He's a freedom of expression player. I think with Foden's been raised in that Pep system. And he kind of needs to do... He needs to do something else. You watch him when he plays for England. It's almost like he's looking for that Pep system to save him. And he can't do it. He can't do it. Foden, talent-wise, is up here. He should be one of the best players in the world. But he's so inconsistent. Lennon was way better than Doku. I remember Lennon ripping up Ashley Coleman. Not many people did that. Here's Garnacho. Runs into the defender. These teams are playing for penalties in a league game. That is a comment and a half. Where's that? How come that just disappeared off the screen? Comments just moved, but you're right. You're absolutely bang on. Where did that comment go, man? That was the... There we go. They're playing for penalties. How are we getting 0-0s in Manchester derbies, man? These games used to be electric. Who do you reckon wins the Prem next season if everyone does their business they're supposed to? I mean, you'd say on paper, Man City still would have the best team. Because they've still got Haaland and them, but it depends who they bring in. Here come United, Dorgu whips in. That could be a penalty. Oh, they're appealing for handball. Ruben Diaz, there'll be a VAR check. Balotelli, why always me? He was a character and a half, man. I wish he was playing now in the Premier League. Not only was a good player, he was a mad character. I think City will go mad in the summer because if they're losing players like De Bruyne, they're gonna surely go for top players. You can't replace Kevin De Bruyne easily. That's got to be like, I think they want Wirtz, don't they? Was this handball, Ruben Diaz? No, it wasn't. It's good defending. Hits him in his chest, I think, and then he heads it. I don't know if he slipped over. Ruben Diaz's decline is insane. What we're saying is he dropped off. I haven't really noticed. Him and Stones had a good partnership. They chop and change that defence a lot. Who would you take from this derby? I mean, I'd probably take Bruno. I'd take Edison over Raya. I'd hardly take anyone else. Honestly, De Bruyne's way past it. Bernardo and them, they're too slow. I wouldn't want them. There's hardly anyone on that pitch that I'd want at Arsenal, to be honest. Mamouche maybe goes up front, but even him I want better than... Man said the ref. If they buy Wirtz, we need to get Musiala. I think Musiala just pulled his hamstring. He's out for about 8 weeks. No, Fan Foden ain't a victim of the system. He's the beneficiary. Like most Pep players, only players like Messi and Lower have been elite regarded. I agree with that more. I think he's the beneficiary. I think he's been treated like a baby in that Pep system. When he steps out of it, he don't know what to do. When he plays for England, you're like, go on then, Foden. He can't do nothing. Did you watch Yaya's interview with Rio? I saw some clips from it. He nearly signed for Arsenal, didn't he? Very close. Wenger played him up front. What are you doing? Wenger played him up front against Barnet. Apparently he was bang average and Wenger never signed him. Well, he's not a striker, mate. CR7, the Prem GOAT. Nah, Thierry, man. But he's the closest. That year he won the Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo, that's you can definitely argue his point. Where do you rate CR7 in your all-time list? Let me just see this free kick and then I'll answer. Ah, Marmouche, good save by Anana. Where do I rate CR7? It's a difficult one. Where he is in my rating is not where he probably is in the world of football. I loved Ronaldo in his first spell at Man United towards the end and for a few years at Real Madrid. Then he turned into a goal machine, not as good as an all-round player. I mean, for me, I'm putting R9 over him. I'm putting Ronaldinho over him. I'm putting Messi over him. I'm probably putting Zidane over him. In terms of my enjoyment, I put him top 5. To be honest, I'm putting Thierry Henry over him because I'm an Arsenal fan. He's probably not in my top 5, to be totally honest. I'll probably put him 6th. That's not me saying he's the 6th best player. Of course, he's one of the greatest ever. But he wouldn't be in my top 5. I'd probably put him 6th. I'll put those 5 ahead of him, definitely. Oh, Doku's cooked him. Oh, I should have given it him back. CR7 is 1. No, I respect it. I respect it. I would never argue it. What he's done, he's unbelievable. My favourite shirt number is number 9. R9, my favourite player. I used to wear the 9 shirt. That's my number, bro. I take everything back I said. Arteta is massively overrated. Damn big C time up. Bro, personal preference, remember. I'm not saying where I rate him. I'm saying where as my favourite. I'm taking R9, Ronaldinho, Henry, Messi over Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe I could put him 5th. Would I put him over Zidane? Possibly, but then I've seen Zidane do things that, I don't know. I'm not sure. Not in the Premier League, maybe, but overall, Cristiano is over Henry. Well, he achieved more, but Henry's... Yeah, listen, he won multiple Ballon d'Or, but Henry's won the World Cup, bro. And the Champions League. And he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or. I get it. But Thierry, man, you're never going to get any Thierry slander on this channel. It's impossible. Neymar over CR7? Nah. Henry over CR7 is harsh. Remember, though, people. Remember, let me just make this abundantly clear. I'm talking about my personal favourites. Not where I rate them. Just my personal favourites. How am I ever going to rate Cristiano Ronaldo over Thierry Henry when Henry's the best player I've ever watched for my own team? It's very difficult for me to rate anybody above Henry. I've seen Zidane put in one of the greatest centre midfield performances I've ever seen in my life. In Gold Predators, flicking the ball over R9's head and then headbutting a man in the chest after chipping Buffon in a World Cup final. Thierry will always be my GOAT, Arsenal GOAT. Messi is the GOAT. Ronaldinho's the most enjoyable footballer I've ever watched. And R9's my favourite player ever. So it's very difficult for him to get ahead of any of them. You know? But in terms of ratings, you've got to put him in the top 5. But in terms of my personal preference, he's struggling to make the top 5, I'll be real. I agree with you, see, I'm here. King TT is the GOAT. Come on, man. Thierry changed the game. No one wanted to wear 14. No one was pulling socks above their knees. No one was wearing them night gloves. No one was doing the knee slides. Thierry changed the game. CR7 slander is crazy. Remember, I'm saying it from a place of respect. He's one of the GOATs, no doubt. At United, Unbelievable. Went to Madrid. He changed the game. All them Ballon d'Ors. He's one of the greatest we've ever seen. But my personal preference, he's struggling to make the top 5. Shot. Oh, straight Onana. Rebound comes out. Chance for City. Oh, have they wasted it? They have wasted it. This is one of the worst games of football I've ever watched in my life. And I just watched Arsenal draw 1-1 with Everton. What is going on in the level of the Premier League is on the floor. It's absolutely on the floor. Oh, Xerxes coming on. Yeah, that'll change things. Prem players can't cross. They can't do much, bro. They cannot do much. If I was a young footballer nowadays, I think more English players need to go abroad. I think it's good that some English players have started going abroad, but you know, your Bellinghams, when Sancho went to Dortmund, I think some of these guys should go and play in different countries if they can. Bro, you know. If you've seen that Zidane performance 2006 against one of the best Brazil teams, you saw a magician on a football pitch. Does Max Aarons play for Valencia? I never knew that. That's crazy. I remember when we were being linked with him. Chance for United, volley, edge of the box. Oh, he's put it wide. Ugarte. I thought he'd scored. Ederson didn't move. United looked the more likely to win this, but falls to him, edge of the box on the volley. It's a good strike, to be honest. Man United are 14th in the league. 14th, you know. Tottenham 13th. Them man are... That's mad, you know. If United or Tottenham don't win the Europa League, none of them are going to be in Europe next year. That's wild. Xerxes comes on. Picky Edouard says, who's that? Mason Mount. Mason Mount plays football. Oh, my days. Højlund off, Ugarte off. Højlund and Xerxes. Honestly, that's like somebody saying, right, I've got to either kick you in the face or punch you in the face. They are honestly, Man United fans in the chat, I'm not being disrespectful. Højlund and Xerxes, bro. Like, genuinely, I would rather have Havertz than them two. And that is saying something. Because you know Havertz, my opinion. So, what the hell? What's going on? What is going on in football? These men are absolute trash. 40 million for Xerxes and 60, 70 million for 100 mil. Big C, Xerxes is a good number 10. Yo, I don't know, boy. Number 10, I don't know about that, bro. He ain't a good number 9, I tell you that. Xerxes got a bit of talent, yeah, but is he good enough to play attacking midfield when Bruno occupies a lot of them spaces? He's got a bit more silk to him, Xerxes, but there's no goal threat. Not enough goal threat. He'll probably score now, I've said this. Garnacho, clamped. Absolutely clamped to the floor there. These men are absolutely rubbish. I'm telling you, bro. I'm being totally honest. These men are washed. They get like 3 goals a season. Xerxes and Højlund. United should bin both of them. I'd get rid of both of them if I was United. They're still a big enough club to get a good striker. I don't know how nobody signed Ivan Toney. Xerxes got 3 goals this season. 3 goals, you know. This centre-back scoring more than that. Højlund's got 3. These men are absolute scrubs of the highest level, honestly. 3 goals and there's 7 games left. These men are going to get 4 goals probably in the season. Absolute garbage. They should be. Yeah, real talk. United, flex your muscles, go and get Osimhen. He wants to come to the Prem. Go and get Osimhen or something. But these, man, are washed. So washed. Gundogan coming off. Bro, am I going mad here? Xerxes and Højlund, these men got 6 goals between them and they're strikers. What the hell is going on? Marino's got more than both. How many's Marino actually got? Marino's got 6, bro. Marino's got 6 Premier League goals. And Xerxes and Højlund got 6. What are we doing here? Man United should be selling both of them strikers in the summer. Get rid of both of them. Go and get Jonathan David on a free. And go and buy Osimhen. Osimhen will go United. Just throw the bag at him, the wages. That's what they should be doing. Get rid of both. Teams in Italy will probably still take Højlund. Or maybe Xerxes as well, because he did all right at Bologna. Them man are absolute scrubs. I'm sorry. Grealish is on. Gucci Gang Grealish. Marino is the 2nd league top goal scorer at Arsenal. I think it's... Is it Havertz than Marino? Come on, please. 1 goal. Don't put me through a 0-0. Oh, Saka's got 6 as well. Saka and Marino are both on 6. Havertz is on... Havertz on 9. Well, that's just Premier League, by the way. The Nedved Ballon d'Or was nonsense. Yeah. Robbed. MJ said, smoke for our strikers, but you... Here he goes. But you employ Kai and Jesus. Bro, real talk, they're better than them two. And I do think they're both scrubs as well. I get rid of both of them, but I would honestly, I wouldn't swap you. If you said to me now, swap Xerxes and Højlund for Havertz and Jesus, I'd say, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Havertz got 9 goals in half a season. These men have got 6 goals between them in nearly the whole season. I'm telling you now, I wouldn't swap. And ours are bad. Brio said Lacazette in the current Arsenal team, 20 goals. I mean, maybe the Lacazette when we just signed him, not the one at the end that was playing like a defensive midfielder. I'm going to do the Man United Leon Watchalong on Thursday. We're going to be, we will be there. We'll be supporting Leon. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles and Lacazette. I want to watch that Cherky guy as well, who's balling out for them. I think he's got a low release clause as well. 7 goals, 9 assists he's got this season. 24 matches. He looks a player. He's only 21 years of age as well. Anana's got the ball in his hands. Scrubs, other channels are available. But they're scrubs, bro. Come on, man. What we doing here? You know me, people. I'm saying it as it is, man. We've seen... Look at that. That's a proper striker. Cantona in the stadium. Oh, Cantona. Oh, Cantona. He was... Cantona, that guy was different, by the way. Not only was he a hell of a player, the man fly kicks you if you say something to him. What a player. Lawrence said his cousin is Ainsley Maitland-Niles' agent. Fun fact. That's decent. Ainsley has he's had an interesting career, hasn't he? He went Roma. He's ended up at Lyon. I think he's done all right. Here's Dorgu. Whips it in. Xerxes. Oh, good save. Chance. Oh, what a block. That's actually a decent shot. United on the attack still. Dallo whips it in. Great block. Goes out for a corner. The United crowd is rocking, people. That's actually a decent effort. Left foot Xerxes. Side foot volley. Good save by Ederson. Mount shot was blocked. Corner to United. Didn't Grealish score yesterday for Forest? Yeah, that B-Tech Grealish. Silver, is it? MJ, best French player to play in the Prem. Big Eric. MJ, you better relax. There's only one Vavavoom. Hey, Bobby, why is French for Vavavoom? There's only one Thierry, bro. Adar said, Big C, do you think any smart sporting director should actually raid teams like Tottenham, Milan, RSO, BVB? Struggling teams instead of going for shiny young talent. It depends who you're going for, but I always think there's a time where you can say, right, This is a good time to raid that club. And I think teams like AC Milan, people might be looking at it and going, yeah, Leao don't look that good for Milan. I'm looking at that as a market opportunity, as Arteta once said. We're looking for market opportunities, guys. And then we sign no one. United look more likely to win it. Garnacho against Nunes. Nunes recovered well there. The one thing I do like about Garnacho is very direct. But then he does things like that, although he's won a corner. MJ said Eric is the best French player to play in the Prem. I get it from a Man United point of view. He definitely... By the way, Cantona transformed Man United. He was the one that took them to that level. He probably saved Ferguson's job and took United back to the top. So I get the Man United love fest for him. MJ said Vavavoom had a super team, couldn't go back to back. Yeah, but come on, man. He transformed football. Anyway, corner to Man United. I think we're going to get one goal. I think we get one. United look the more likely. Bruno Fernandes, corner. Taken short. Comes back out to him. De Bruyne doesn't close him down quickly. It's up in the air. It's bouncing everywhere. It goes out for a goal kick. Hoyland in Danish means hot dog water. That would be about right, to be honest. Hey, Melbourne, listen. It's a painful comment. I'll be honest. I was going to ignore it. But I'm not. I'm rebottled it in the Champions League final. I don't lie. It's the most painful thing I've ever seen as a football fan. To see your Arsenal hero one-on-one with a keeper to make it 2-0 and hit it straight at the keeper, and 15 minutes later you've lost 2-1. I can't hide from it. It's the worst thing I've seen as an Arsenal fan. Thierry missing a one-on-one to make it 2-0. Because I believe we win the Champions League if he scores that. But it is what it is. What is French for boom? Mbappe, bro. Still annoys me that like we never got anywhere near getting those kind of players, you know. We used to have the French market on lock. But not anymore. Ronaldinho did have a stinker, but he won the game. He ended up winning Ballon d'Or as well. Joseph saying that was the most painful football event I've witnessed. Oh, crazy. What we got left? 10 minutes. Come on. Don't do me dirty with a 0-0. I actually thought this game, because United have been so bad in the league, Man City are so inconsistent, I thought neither one of these teams can defend. We're bound to get goals, but it's been a stinker. Mitchell, big CR, have we not lifted the title this season? You ain't going to win a title when you got no goal scorer up front, mate. This team's built around Saka. Once he comes out of it, we're not as good, unfortunately. Big up Mighty Mag and UFC Talk TV. Was expecting a few goals. We've still got to play Newcastle again, I think, aren't we? I bet Isak will come and taunt us again. Probably score again. City just don't even look like they're trying to win. City might not even make the Champions League. They've got no European game in the week. Why are they playing at such a slow tempo? Adar said might be a bit reactionary. I think this season proves that Pep without a super team has the same managerial abilities as Frank, not Thomas, Lampard. Wow. I mean, Frankie Lamps, he's doing a good job at Coventry, actually. Listen, I think what it proves is Pep's system. The number 6 is one of the most important pieces in that system. Obviously, at Barcelona, he had Xavi. At Bayern Munich, he probably had... Would he have had Xabi Alonso, maybe? Maybe even Toni Kroos sometimes. I'm not sure. But he needs a number 6. In a possession-based team, your number 6 is absolutely vital. You take Rodri out of that City team, the drop-off's too big. Kovacic, and then, man, they couldn't do it. Listen, I wouldn't say he's on Frank Lampard's level, but it shows that he needs all the pieces of the puzzle for it to work, you know. He's shown, and that's why I don't think he's as good as managers like Ferguson, because I've seen Ferguson lose Ronaldo. I've seen him lose these top players and still win titles. And, you know, I feel Pep's fortunate. He's so good, you're never going to see him in a weak team. He's never going to take a job at a club where he has to struggle a little bit, which he's earned the right to do that. At Barca, he had Messi at his peak. Bayern Munich with a dominant team in Germany. Man City, look at the money he's spent. He's never really, he doesn't know what struggle feels like as a manager. You know what I mean? But he probably never will need to struggle because he'll only take a job at a top club with a great team. Start, bench, sell, Rooney, Bergkamp, Cantona. That's a naughty question, man. I love Dennis Bergkamp. I love Rooney as well. And Cantona. I actually like all three of them. All great players. Does the bias pick Dennis Bergkamp? Who off the bench? That's an awful question. Cantona's a genius. I might get rid of Rooney. Start Bergkamp, bench Cantona. Rooney go back to Everton. Bit of bias involved though, of course, but Bergkamp's a genius, man. I'm sorry. Frog Surrounded by Rock says, it's mad that Saka could have broken the assist record if he stayed fit. Already having 10. No guarantee with this team, but 16 contributions in 18 games. That is harsh on Wayne Rooney, but the other two had a bit more magic than Rooney. Rooney's a hell of a player, though. I do love Rooney. Listen, I just hope Salah doesn't break Thierry's record of assists. I don't know what he's on now. I'm sure he's on like... What's he on? Mo Salah. Come on, man. Give me a late winner here. Something. 17 assists, 27 league goals. Them numbers are insane. Saying Bergkamp over Rooney is mad. I know, but there's a lot of bias involved. I can't lie. Mitchell said, one last question. Big C, even with the signings, do you genuinely think we will lift it, title or bust? Listen, I've said before, bro, and I don't change it. I don't think Arsenal win a title with Arteta as manager. I don't. Even if they sign the right players, I'm not sure we win the league title. I hope Arteta adapts because to me, he's making a lot of mistakes. So, yeah. It's a tough one. 5 minutes to go. Please, just a goal. Some drama. How am I doing a watch-along not getting one goal? Manchester Derby, you know. I'm thinking this will be a 3-2. A classic. Kevin De Bruyne, no wonder he's going Saudi. This guy looks washed. Grealish diving look. Better get a foul. United have probably been slightly the better team, but I suppose they'll get a bit of confidence out this going into the Lyon game. Is the Lyon game at Old Trafford? I'm hoping. Let's have a look. United on the attack. Is Xerxes, Picky Head Ross, what you got? No, it's blocked. It's blocked. Is the United game... Oh, it's away in Lyon. Nuno is a great manager. If Nuno gets top 4 with Forest, manager of the season, I don't care if Liverpool win the league. Getting Forest in the Champions League and getting to an FA Cup semi-final, he's got to be manager of the season. Throw into United. 3 minutes to go. Long throw here. Dallo doing his Rory Delap impression. Launching it into the area. Oh, mate, this is why I watch NBA, people, I'm telling you. You're guaranteed excitement. Ball whipped in. Oh, headed over. It goes for a corner. Corner to United. United and City. They don't say the T's, do they? United, City. Who do you support, United or City? Where's the T's gone, man? I don't know. They don't like their T's. Anyway. Come on. 1 goal. 2.5 minutes to go. I need City to win. Why? Why do you want City to win? Well, I was saying this at the start. Who do we actually want to win this game? If City lose, they might struggle to make Champions League. Look at that. What is this? Look at that technique from Dorgu. This is Sunday League football. What? Oh, God. Honestly, people, I played football in the wrong generation. I'm convinced I would have had a chance in this generation. He's on 40 grand a week. He can't volley a ball. Look, that technique, what I've just seen, that is Sunday League football. He's gone to volley it. He's sliced it near the corner flag. This is unbelievable what we are watching. These men can't even kick a ball. That's on his stronger foot as well. Adar said, Big C as a Liverpool fan, I don't think Salah breaks the 20 assist mark. He's hit a wall the past 3 or 4 games. Stuck on the same-ish. Numbers and the rest of the attack don't provide. Liverpool, I think with Liverpool, I think psychologically, when you know that you've already won, the motivation's probably dropped for them a little bit. You know, I honestly think Liverpool feel a little bit flat that they got knocked out of the Champions League. I think beating PSG away from home, coming back to Anfield, they would have expected to have knocked them out. And then that would have been Aston Villa in the quarterfinal. So I think Liverpool will probably drop a few more points. They're probably already psychologically at the parade and on the beach. So Dorgu's down injured now. Another break in play. Been an absolutely dreadful game. HR Simeone didn't win the Champions League in 14 years. Pep didn't win for 10. Why pressure on Arteta to win the Champions League? Bro, my pressure with Arteta is you've got to win trophies. I've never actually sat on here and gone, listen, Arteta's got to win the Champions League. We've never won it ever. So what makes me think Arteta's going to win it with this team? My thing is, Arteta, we've had all this PR, you've had all this time, all this money. I ain't even seen a Carabao Cup or FA Cup for half a decade, bro. I'm asking for that. I'm not even asking for the Champions League. I hope he wins it. So, the pressure isn't Champions League. The pressure's only on the Champions League now because we're out of all the other competitions. And that's all we got left. Jerome said it's not just the mistakes, Big C. Arteta repeats the mistakes. He doesn't learn from them. I agree with that. And that's why Berta needs to get on this guy's case. Bruno Fernandes, man of the match. Most chances created, most crosses. Most times possession won, most successful passes completed. But yeah, man. Bruno's having a good season for United, to be honest. I actually think Bruno is a very good player. United on the counter-attack. Xerxes. They want him in the area there. Look, you're crossing it. No one's in there. They've got no one in the box. Talking tech when your best player is Saka. Saka Saliba. You better relax, MJ. Brio. City need to stop Newcastle top 4 Isak settings. City are going to get away with probably the fact that 5th place will get you in the Champions League. It's interesting because at the moment, Newcastle are on 50 points. Villa 51, City 51, Chelsea 53, Forest 57. And they're all fighting probably for 3 places because 3rd, 4th and probably 5th will get you in the Champions League. So out of them 5, 2 of them are going to miss out. So it'll be interesting who misses out because Newcastle, when you've got Bruno and Isak, they could do with being in the Champions League. Chelsea need the Champions League. City need to... The only thing with City, if they go in the Europa League, they'll probably win it. But it's not a good look for Pep to be in the Europa League with all the money and how good he's meant to be. PSG beat them mentally. Yeah, they played in a way that I didn't expect them to play. To be honest, PSG. They're a lot better than I thought. Yeah, we'll do that. Lyon against Man U. Although, I hope it's better than this game. But I expect Lyon to have a go at them. Lynch said, amazing for Forest. It'll be amazing for the City, man. For the City of Nottingham. I mean, Forest over 20 years in the Championship. After growing up, they were a very much established Premier League club. And then to get in the Champions League would be unbelievable. City have the ball. They've hardly created it. There's a minute to go. Peter said, Curtis, if we get whacked by Real, I think Arteta could be sacked. That's why they brought Berta in. I think he's on his last legs. Would be interesting. It would be interesting because the problem Arteta's got is that we've got 7 Premier League games left. So we play Real Madrid, then a league game, so we'll be down to 6, then Madrid. If we get knocked out to Real Madrid, we've got 6 Premier League games left with nothing to play for, pretty much. I know mathematically we can still actually fall out of the top 4, but I think we'll get enough points to guarantee top 4. I think fans will be very unhappy. Here's Dorgu. Last chance for United. Ball whipped in. Look at the state of that cross. Look at these guys can't even cross a ball, man. Honestly, go to your local park and watch Sunday League. 11 lads who've probably been out the night before drinking. The state of this. Look, you're in the last second of the game. Can they put a decent cross in? Look at that cross. They can't even cross the ball. Mason Mount, heavy to... Do something, man. Full time. It's the worst game I've ever seen in my life. The worst Manchester derby I have ever watched in my life. The Premier League is a shambles right now. Honestly, they need a break because I don't know what I'm watching. I think they got to take PSR out of the Premier League. We need to spend money. Without money, this Premier League stinks. You're putting financial implications on clubs. We need to spend dough. We don't need PSR in the Prem. The big clubs need to spend money. The Prem stinks at the moment. Absolutely. Bro, Selassie, you know why I'm vexed, bro? Because I said, yo, let me relax. Sunday, Manchester derby, a few goals. Look at the state of this. I just watched Arsenal yesterday. And I turn up for this. I get a 0-0, bro. This is what we're doing. 0-0, you know. This is the worst Prem I've ever seen in my life. Shambolic. Nah, man, I'm vexed. What a waste of time. Forester, look, MJ's still trying to troll. Forester a bigger club than you guys. Relax, man. Relax. Keros could have been outside. You know what I'm saying? Stayed in my yard and it's all sunny outside to watch that. But anyway, good to link up with the community anyway. Painful to watch. 0-0. Manchester derby. Thanks a lot. Anyway, tomorrow we're back. 1:30, 2 o'clock. We'll review Arsenal briefly. Not that I want to talk about that for too long. But the press conference reaction will be interesting because obviously we've got Real Madrid. We'll be building up to Real Madrid. So focus on that. I'll have 1 or 2 pre-recorded videos tomorrow. Combined 11, Real Madrid and Arsenal. I'll be honest. It doesn't combine much because most of it is Real Madrid. But anyway. And we'll do a proper preview as well. So it'll be waffle settings tomorrow. Beresford said, I was out the house for most of the match. I don't think I missed much. You didn't miss a thing, bro. You didn't miss a thing. People, want to say a big thank you to you all for tuning in. Great numbers, 1,500 of you in the chat. Big up everyone on Twitch and YouTube. C-Unit Business. Tomorrow we'll be back. Waffle settings. We'll look ahead to Real Madrid. And listen, it's going to be a hell of a game. As I said, next week, Real Madrid Watchalong against Arsenal Tuesday. And then we'll do probably PSG against Villa on Wednesday. And then we'll do Lyon against Man United on Thursday, people. See, Doctor said, big up, C, before you go, you should know your channel was 10 seconds ahead of NBC Sports. That's a good enough reason to like and subscribe. I don't know what it is. Come on, bless. Big up to everyone locked in. Appreciate your support. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.